We love food colored green, bell peppers and long string beans, pickles, celery, cucumbers too. All these foods are good for you.
Welcome to Storytime Cooks as we learn about food through books. March is National Nutrition Month, and there are so many different areas in nutrition. It's fun for us to think about ways that we can make our food more interesting. Today we're going to be playing with food and making funny face sandwiches. And the sandwiches that we make could actually have foods from each of the different food groups. We could have our bread would be our grain. We could decorate it with all kinds of vegetables. You could even use some fruits as part of the decoration. And for this particular sandwich that I've made, I've put some cheese on it. Kind of looks like hair. And then the inside of your sandwich would be your protein. So you could use peanut butter, you could use chicken salad, tuna salad, ham, cheese, whatever type of protein that you would like to have in your sandwich. So for our sandwich today, we've just made a funny face sandwich, and that's going to go along with our book. Our book today is I Feel Silly, but this sandwich is pretty silly as well. So we used a piece of white wheat bread. We actually used some kale for the top of the sandwich's hair, but you could use any type of leafy green. We made a carrot mouth, and at this point our sandwich is smiling, but we could turn that smile around and make it be a sad sandwich if we wanted to. We've used cucumber slices for our eyes, our olive centers of our eyes, and you could just be really creative. Let your kids just come up with whatever they would want to do to make their sandwich theirs. Typically when kids are the chefs or are involved in the food, they're much more likely to eat it. So kids, I want you to come up with a fun sandwich and see what kind of faces you can make yours have. If you actually make a sandwich, it would be really fun if you would take a picture of it and send it to the library. We would love to see those. And that might make us all have a better day. It might make us all smile when we see some funny face sandwiches. As I mentioned, our story today is Today I Feel Silly and Other Moods That Make My Day by Jamie Lee Curtis. And this was actually one of my children's favorite books. And I think it's something that we can all relate to. And you know, every day is different. So one day we might feel one way, and the next day we might feel another way. In our story, this little girl is having quite a day. Today I feel silly. Mom says it's the heat. I put rouge on the cat and gloves on my feet. Where do our gloves go? They go on our hands, don't they, guys? They don't go on our feet. That's where our socks go. I ate noodles for breakfast and pancakes at night. I dressed like a star and was quite a sight. She's looking pretty glamorous down here. Today, my mood is bad. Bad moods really aren't much fun. I feel grumpy and mean. I picked at my room, but it still isn't clean. I forgot to feed Franny and water the fern, and the cocoa I'm making is starting to burn. It's just a bad day. That's not much fun. Ooh, today I feel angry. You better stay clear. My face is all pinched and red ear to ear. My friends had a play date and they left me out. My feelings are hurt and I want to shout. That makes us angry, doesn't it, when people do things and don't include us or things don't go quite the way we want them to. Sometimes our faces do turn red and we don't feel very good when we're angry. But the next day, I'm joyful. My mood is first rate. My friend's sleeping over and she said she can't wait. My freckles are popping, the sun is so bright. I ran in the relay with all of my might. And I think she must have done pretty well in the relay. That would make her be joyful, wouldn't it? This book is funny. It goes this direction now. Today I'm confused. My life's getting hairy. Sam says he's my boyfriend, but he also likes Mary. My mom told my father he might be a dad. I might get a brother. I'm not sure if I'm glad. Sometimes our life is confusing. Things just don't really go like we thought they might go. Today I'm quiet. My mom understands. She gave me some ice cream and then we held hands. We went to the movie and had a bite. I cried just a little, but then I felt all right. Sometimes if we cry just a little bit, it makes us feel much better. Today I'm excited. There's so much to do. I'm going to sell cookies and lemonade too. I'm starting a club to go clean up the park. And I've got a big crush on my teacher named Mark. That was a good day, wasn't it? She had a lot of fun and she had things she was looking forward to and was going to do things with people that she liked. Ooh, watch out. Today I'm cranky. Nothing seems right. I have diarrhea and I broke my new kite. My mom dyed her hair orange and my dad shaved his beard. My tooth came in crooked. My family's kind of weird. That sometimes would make us be a little cranky. Today I'm lonely. I feel so small. My auntie's away. I wish she would call. My mom's working late and my dad has the flu. And although I've got stuff, I've got nothing to do. Sometimes when we don't really know what we want to do, it can make us feel lonely. But I bet all of us have things we could do if we just looked. So sometimes we just have to look for the things to do, and then we start to feel better. Today I'm happy. I'm walking on air. I learned how to knit and how to French braid my hair. I did my first solo in hip hop and jazz. This day's so great. I'm full of pizzazz. When we learn to do new things, that does make us happy. And she learned how to knit. She not only French braided her hair, she also French braided the hair on the cat. I don't know that that would make that kitty very happy. Today I'm discouraged and frustrated. See, I tried rollerblading and fell on my knee. I really want straight hair, but mine's curly Q. Should I cut it or grow it, or what should I do? It's looking pretty busy, isn't it? It looks like she's got a lot of hair going on. Today I'm sad. My mood's heavy and gray. There's a frown on my face, and it's been there all day. My best friend and I had a really big fight. She said that I tattled, and I know that she's right. Sometimes we do things that we regret later on, that we wished we hadn't done, and that can make us feel sad. But probably would be good to tell the person you're sorry and just move on. Today my mood's great. It's the absolute best. I rode a two-wheeler and passed my math test. I played soccer at recess and we won the game. I sang in the show and my parents both came. She wanted to be a star at the beginning of the book. It looks like she is here. I'd rather feel silly, excited, or glad than cranky or grumpy, discouraged, or sad. But moods are just something that happen each day. Whatever I'm feeling inside is okay. How do you feel today? So this picture on this side, we actually have a little wheel that we can spin and we can turn it to be whatever mood that you're feeling. So it might be that you're happy or frustrated or sad. I think because I got to come and be with you today, that my feeling is going to be glad. So I hope that you have enjoyed our Storytime Cooks today, and I would challenge you to make a fun, silly sandwich when you need a snack or a lunch or something to eat. And don't forget, if you take a picture, send it to the library, and that would make us all happy to see. Thank you for joining us this week, and we hope you'll come back next week as we have another session of Storytime Cooks.
We love food colored green, bell peppers and long string beans, pickles, celery, cucumbers too.